Hi there, and welcome to the Tap Into It podcast, where each week I have the sincere pleasure of speaking with wellness professionals. And this week, I'm very excited. I am here with Molly Fish, who is the owner operator of Urbane Collective. And although Molly is not a wellness professional, she is a great supporter of. And thank you for all that you do for the community and holding space for us wellness professionals and offering a place to come and be in community. It's such a beautiful gift.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
And I'd like to preface this by saying sometimes I'm the owner and operator of Urbane when I feel like it. I'm not always in charge there. Just, I don't want to be too adultish, but
I
thank
get
you.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I'm excited.
Me too. And I am excited for the people that are listening to know who you are, where you're at currently, and all of the beautiful things that you're bringing to the community. Molly, if we can, I'd like to start at the beginning. Let's start with your first location.
Okay, let's do it.
You were downtown Colorado Springs, correct?
I was. About 5 years ago, I opened my first store after having my first midlife crisis of a divorce.
I get it.
I was living in Utah and moved. Well, I was kind of forced back home because all my family's here, and I'm in a mafia family. So they brought me back home. Midlife crisis. I was a social worker, actually. I worked for the hospital for nephrology, and I was broken. And I needed healing, and my family loved me and allowed me to hone in. I love to create. I love design. I love aesthetics. As you can tell, I'm dressed for death today. But normally,
You're fabulous.
I love personality through fashion and how you design. It speaks a lot about people. I started redoing furniture and making things and doing all the markets. I did Market Life. And whoever does Market Life, shout out to you.
Amen.
Because that is thug life. Getting up at 4 a.m, hauling all your shiz, setting up and pedaling. That is hardcore. So I started from the bottom and really did a bunch of different things until something stuck. COVID hit, Market Life stopped, and I was like, what am I going to do with my life? And serendipitously, I drove past my friend who owns Sasquatch Cookies at that time. And I was like, let me get some cookies, because obviously, hello. And the shopping center was newly renovated downtown off Templeton Gap. And my sister was with me, and she's like, why don't you open a store? And not my personality of making a decision like that, because normally I sit years on those decisions. But I jumped on it. And fast forward 5 years later, I opened my newest location off Dublin into a bigger space, into the suburbia hood. And over the 5-6 years of being a business owner, it's totally transformed. It's transformed into events, community, and what my purpose is. Of course, I love still selling beautiful things and supporting local vendors. But my vision of Urbane Collective is changing more into community and connection.
And I love that. I've had the privilege, and I really mean that word, of coming into Urbane during your evening with an expert.
Yeah.
Would you like to tell the audience a little bit about that container that you created?
Absolutely. So the first Thursday and last Thursday every month, we do a free event from 6 to 7 called an evening with an expert. And it ranges from anyone. We've had estate planning lawyers to a lot of wellness people. We've had therapists come talk. Ravyn came and talked, and you obviously hit a chord with people because you're coming back for a 4-week course at Urbane. But yeah, they're more informational, and they're from a community to come out and learn and connect. And that's what it's about, really, is connecting and learning and being open to new ideas.
I agree. And I think that your space offers a breath of fresh air. I mean, you walk in, it's all open, the lights coming in, you have your plant wall. But my favorite part, sincerely, is the huge table that you've allowed to take up space. And what that says to me is that you have a place here. You're welcome to come and gather here and hang out, get to know one another. And there aren't enough places like that don't surround around coffee. I've had so many coffee dates through networking, which thank all of the coffee establishments local. You guys are amazing, and I'm not undermining that. But there's something to having a place that feels like it was cultivated just for connection intentionally, and that's what you've done. On top of the community space, the type of goods that you hand select, because you're very choosy and it shows. And as I shared with you personally, I am a clothes person. I love clothes. Someday I will have a closet to die for. And you're adding to it. Like, check this out. This is Urbane Collective. Like,
It's Urbane.
what?
I'm going to start a thing. I think I'm going to get people to get like a tattoo, probably lower back because I'm a millennial, the tramp stamp. And it's going to be like a barcode that says it's Urbane. For life, you get 10% off.
Oh my gosh, that is so
Should
cute.
I do that?
I think so.
I think
And
so too.
fashion shows. There's things we can talk about.
Okay.
But I love that people are coming in and automatically you make them feel at home. And that's what it felt like when I came for Evening with an Expert. People are funneling in, they already look comfortable. There was no, I don't know, we didn't skip a beat, right? It was just everybody got together, settled in, and it was just easy. And there's not a lot of spaces like that. Would you agree?
I agree. The thing about Urbane, when I always tell people, when I first opened my first store, I wanted to open a space where everyone felt comfortable. Everyone. And I wanted to have reasonable price, beautiful made items. Because I would go into a boutique. You can't tell now, but I am 6 feet tall in stature. I am not a small petunia, if you will. So I could never go into a boutique. I could never afford things at a boutique. And I wanted to offer those things. When you come into my store, there's absolutely no pressure to ever buy anything. And I want people to come in and talk and feel comfortable. I'm a people person. I love to banter. And so the space you talked about with the long table where we host events, I do offer free coffee and tea. And there's always snacks because I'm Molly. But yeah, people come in and if they open up, there's community and they'll feel that. And they'll feel there's no judgment, there's no pressure to buy. It's all just love, really. And that's what I want to offer. I do got to keep my lights on, people. So I have to sell, but I do feel like I try to sell beautiful things. And I encourage people to get dressed for the day. It makes you feel better to invest in yourself that way. You're busy. I get it. You want to throw on leggings. You can throw on a cute hoodie like I have now, Batwing hoodie. So it all ties together of wellness, I guess you would say, because I do believe that how you dress is a reflection of how you feel, too.
I 100% agree. During COVID, there was a point in time where I looked in the mirror and thought, oh, I should probably, maybe even though it's just the same 3 or 4 people that are my own that I created,
Yes.
seeing me every day, maybe I would feel a little bit better. And I started putting on just a little bit of makeup every day. And my kids every time, where are you going? Like, really? And now they don't ask me that anymore because I've made it a morning ritual just to give myself a little bit of self-love, whether it's just mascara or the whole gambit, right? And to your point, I think there's something to be said about the art that comes with putting yourself together.
Yeah.
Getting to come into Urbane and seeing the pieces that you have.
And touch fabric.
Oh, that
like
part.
when you shop online.
Yeah.
Can you touch the fabric? Can you try it on? What happened to shopping in person? Let's bring that experience
agree.
back. That experience.
It is an experience. And I like what you said about there's no pressure to buy. And also, I think there is something to be said about coming in, trying it on, longing for that piece that you can't afford today, and knowing, okay, I'm going to get paid, and I'm going to go back, and I'm going to get it. What I'm talking about is delayed gratification in a world that is instant all the time. That
Absolutely.
dopamine hit right now. It's
Yeah.
in my Amazon cart, and I'm going to hit buy. And one thing that I really love about Urbane is that it's not just the pieces that you're choosing, but you're also inviting local artisans to come in and display, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I did the thug life of marketing, so I have lots of connections of people that make stuff, beautiful things, earrings, jewelry, crocheted items, signs. I have candles. I just have a gamut of local vendors that I do feel an obligation to support them because I know what it's like, and not everyone can or wants to have a storefront. And I have that ability to offer that, to showcase beautiful, locally made hand products, which we are in desperate need of these days, actual craftsmanship. So
I agree.
Yeah.
And as the wife of a wood turner, thank you.
you're so welcome.
And I think that there's something to be said about local artisanal goods as well, because these are things that you pass on
Oh, yeah.
and pass down.
Oh, yeah.
Nobody wants your made in China wooden bowl,
No,
right?
no.
But if you know that somebody locally crafted from wood that was cultivated here, and also just candles and the intention that it brings. And there's something to be said also about feeding other people. Thank you for that. That's huge.
You're welcome.
Let's talk about how you find your local artisans. Do you have an application process? Because you change over ever so often, right?
I do. I like to keep things fresh and happening at Urbane. Maybe it's my ADD. I don't know. We'll call it what it is. But usually the vendors come to me. And I don't know if it's by chance, but a lot of vendors come to me. And we do a month or two trial, keep things fresh. And there is a little application, I guess you would say. It's just talking to me, basically. I keep things pretty lighthearted and straightforward and try to make it easy for everybody.
I think that you're really open, and I appreciate that about you. And speaking about open,
Yes.
let's talk about the other events that you've hosted. We've talked about Evening with an Expert, but you've started to garner a pretty robust schedule.
Yes. So actually this Saturday we're doing a skulls and succulent class.
Oh.
So real live animal skulls that I collected. Don't ask. Don't ask. Half boyfriend farm. We won't go down that rabbit hole.
I get it.
And then we're putting succulents in them. And again, I love an ambiance. So it's going to be candlelit rooms and food and themed music. It's going to be an event. I want people to come and have fun. People don't have fun anymore. Like,
know.
what do? You turn on Netflix and have your glass of wine and zonk out? That's not fun. Get out and have fun and talk to people and make friends.
Yeah.
Know your neighbor.
Know your neighbor. And one thing that was really encouraging is that it was sincerely the whole range of age group.
Yeah.
There was a teenager there for my talk, all the way to somebody who might have been able to be my grandma, even though she was hip.
That's
So-
probably my mom.
I love that.
Yeah. That's probably my
Yeah.
mom. Yeah.
But I want folks to know that regardless, you're welcome to come and you will be well received and you have something to offer.
Absolutely. When people ask me, usually it's business people trying to get me to do ads in the paper or something. They're like,
Ugh.
what's your range of clientele? And I'm like, 6 to 89.
Yeah.
Like, really, we have a gamut of ages, like you said. It is, everyone's welcome. There is something for everyone there. I'm not going to disclose my age, but I'm not young and hip anymore. But I have nieces that are young and hip. But I feel like we have young and hip to everyday to something literally for everyone at the store. And that goes with the events as well. I'm trying to do fun events, interactive events, informative free events, like with you, an evening with an experts. We have, just for this month alone, we're doing a cow ceremony. We're going to do offering sound baths for the lunar moon cycles. I don't know anything about that, but I hear it's a thing.
It's a thing.
It's a thing.
Yeah.
And I really feel like people are getting in touch with their wellness, and that's where you come into play.
I think that it's definitely in the water, maybe even in the air, especially in Colorado Springs. And what I love is that our city started out as a healing mecca. Folks came here and migrated here specifically for the natural hot springs.
Wait, what? I am a native here, and I did not even know this. Thank you, Ravyn, for
Yeah,
telling me, informing me.
absolutely. So they would come here to heal tuberculosis.
Oh, okay, I knew that one.
Yep.
Back,
knew you
back
knew.
in my elementary days, something about tuberculosis and the altitude.
That's
But yeah.
correct.
Yeah.
And the natural spring water was
Yeah.
known to bring about healing for things that were unable to be named, but folks didn't question it, which is really cool.
Yeah.
They were just like, well, I guess we're going to Colorado Springs, right? And it's really what I'm hoping that this city will come back to. Not like known for the weed mecca, which is fine. I appreciate all of you dispensaries, and I get it. It's medicine and it's great. But I'm really hoping that instead of identifying as the place to come and party,
Yeah.
that we're going to start becoming more identified with coming to embrace your whole healing.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. Yeah. When anyone asks where I'm from, Colorado Springs, it's instantaneously, oh, the weed, the weed, the weed. But it is true. You go to all these hot springs and the altitude and the mountains. There is something very healing about that. And I do see people every day that come into the store, whether they know it or not, I know that they know they want a slower paced life.
They do.
They want alternative medicine. They want different options. And doors are opening. And I see that.
Absolutely. So one question that I have for you, because as you said, you are in the suburbia hood, right? Over there by, what is Banning
Lewis.
Thank you.
Banning Lewis, Indigo Ranch. Where you at? Where you at?
That's what I'm trying to say, right? Where are all of our mil spouses and military folks at coming into support?
Yeah.
Do you offer military discounts?
We do. Of course, we offer military discounts. And the thing about Urbane is I don't do a lot of sales per se or discount. Well, I do discounts for military because I feel like my prices are so reasonable and comparable.
I agree.
But here's the thing. You come in, we're going to start doing a ladies happy hour every Wednesday, 4 to 6, starting in February.
Cute.
Come in, have a free glass of wine, and then there will be a discount during that time as well.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah, because, again, my suburban women, where you at?
Honestly.
Bring your kids. I have a cute table. You can color on the actual tablecloth. Again, there's snacks. It's a hangout. Come hang out.
It is a hangout. I'm thinking out loud. But what about folks who come in and they are wearing something from Urbane? That would be a neat way to give them a discount, right?
Yes. I had the thought of even doing like a social media, tag me in social media for discount too.
I like that.
Tag me that you're wearing Urbane. Yeah. I also have snarky signs up as you drive past Dublin because my Dublin road has been closed for the past year and me and the city are fighting. More like I'm just trolling them because they don't really care about me. And I know that they don't, so I control them. But I put up snarky signs and I feel like I'm going to have people start taking pictures and hashtagging that too to offer a discount.
There you go.
Because my personality is like, let me grab your attention with my sarcasm. I never want to offend anybody or come at you too harshly. You got to know me, and I hope through this podcast you can sense that I'm sarcastic and I love banter.
Yeah.
But I'm open to everybody, and that's what Urbane is.
I think you have good humor.
Well,
It's
thank
wonderful.
you.
Yes.
I get it from my dad.
I love
Rest
it.
in peace, Lair.
Aw, yeah. Let's talk about reciprocity in business. What does that look like for a storefront owner in Colorado Springs?
Ooh, great question, Ravyn. You made me put on my thinking education hat today. Not everything is monetary in reciprocity, especially in my space of a boutique. Supporting a small business is simple as liking their posts, sharing their posts, word of mouth. Honestly, some of my best customers aren't really even customers. They never really buy anything because financially maybe they can't afford it. Not my place to judge. But I have women in other states. They're my mom's friends. I will tell you, they're the OGs. They like and share every single post.
Wow.
Every single time. And that's huge.
It is.
That is huge for a small business. I can't afford advertising prices, hence the snarky signs I come up with. So word of mouth, what you're doing, Ravyn, to me, that's huge.
Oh,
Just
I'm
little
glad.
things people can do. That's reciprocity. And honestly, gratitude comes with it too. I have to be grateful for and notice these things about people and how they support me.
Oh, I agree. And you really are gracious. And you're just so giving of your time, too. One thing that I think is really neat is the space that you do make for folks who just come in to browse. And I'm sure you can suss out those folks who are up for conversation and those folks who are like, all right, I'll leave you alone. And I guess I have days that I'm one or the other as a consumer, right? But maybe you told me this, Molly. She came into the store and she was like, I just didn't know where to go today. And it wasn't going home, right? And I think that there aren't enough boutique places here in the Springs that you can intentionally walk into, slowly take your time without feeling pressure to buy or pressure to speak.
Yeah.
and that you can just come and enjoy the ambiance. And I do know that there are other retailers doing wonderful things, and I acknowledge that. However, there's a hustle and bustle that I think people are trying to escape, and sometimes going home isn't the answer, right? We talked earlier about how folks are so used to being in their boxes and then ordering their boxes to get delivered on their front door.
Everything's a box.
Everything's a box, and getting out of that box is so huge to me because that's the first step in making changes. And what I want folks to really consider is that if your current tribe isn't working for you right now.
Ooh, I love that word, tribe.
Yeah. And you're craving other different kinds of conversations, that this is a place that they can come for free during evening with an expert. Just get to know somebody that is possibly considering the same ish that you are right now. Absolutely. Maybe your circle doesn't feel safe with the changes that you're coming into. And you're offering space for that, which I think is lovely.
Well, thank you. I'm going to toot my own horn, beep, beep, right quick. It's actually generational. My grandma was a social worker, and she was blessed with a listening ear and discernment for people and a love. And I feel like she passed that on to me because when I went through my divorce, I've been divorced, single and ready to mingle, it was the lowest time in my life. And I vowed I never wanted anyone to feel like that before. Again, like how I felt. Just, I closed up, I shut down. And that has really struck me when I've opened this business. Things have shifted. And I firmly believe everybody wants to be seen. Yeah. Everybody does. Yes. Everyone wants to be seen, heard, and loved. That's like basic human 101. And I see that in people and customers that walk in the door. I can tell the people that don't want to talk. I have that discernment from my grandma. I can tell the people that are going through it. And I am a listening ear because I've been through it. And I know what it feels like. It doesn't feel good. So there's always coffee, tea, snacks, and a couch to sit on. And I will listen because that's what it is about at the end of the day. People, community, being seen and heard. And hopefully I can pass that little seed on and they can pass it on and the community can grow like a branch.
Oh, I agree. And I think that you definitely are rooted in that community. And
well, I don't know. Dublin's road closure. I'm just joking.
And to be fair, it is not so tough to get to Molly if you have the intention to reach her.
Intention.
Right?
Yes.
Yes.
I love that intention.
And I think that you're worth it. You're worth the construction and maybe the extra, 30 seconds to get there?
Yes, the left-hand turn instead of the right-hand turn. You got to be comfortable with your turn signal.
Bless you. I can't even imagine what you've had to deal with this. The construction's been ongoing for quite some time, though.
I've been in my Dublin store for 2 years, and the second year it's been construction in this whole year. Wow. And now I just have to have a sense of humor about it, honestly. Yeah. It is what it is. But I love your word intention to come see me because it is. It's an intention to, you're changing your mindset of intention, like you said, to get out of that box, to get out of your house, to try something new, to go to an event that could scare you a little bit, to look into maybe a wellness and even with an expert, Reiki or a sound bath that you've never experienced. Get out of that comfort zone intentionally. Try something new.
Yes, Queen. Yes.
Preach. All right, I'm here all day.
I love it. Yes, the intention too about the pieces that you pick. I don't know your process. I imagine that there's like I see papers everywhere and you with a yardstick and like people around you. And you do have help, right?
I do. That's the other thing. I have to give a shout out to my employees. Yeah. I have my little sister who is the plant genius. She's the total hippie. You wouldn't think we're related because she's real cute.
Oh, you're so cute.
Spirit. And then we have Cassidy who brings in Rue the dog on Thursdays. And Cassidy is pregnant and she is the loveliest human being ever. She is never sarcastic like me. So go see Cassidy on Tuesday and Thursday. And then Elisa is in the energy field as well. She does oracle readings and tarot card readings and does events at the store and she's there every Sunday. All these women are fabulous and are there to listen as well, make connections. So I have to give a shout out to my help.
I love that. I saw the reel that you posted with your mom who...
Ooh, the intern.
The intern. Say more about that. How did that come about?
My mom is amazing. I get my dad's sense of humor. My dad passed away 6 years ago, and my mom is very, how do you describe Susan? She is stoic Susan. I am the middle of 7 children.
Wow.
So she is a pioneer. I mean, homemade bread she helps me out in the store. She's just my ride or die. She's just strong. And I call her the intern because she was there with me from the beginning when I did markets.
Oh.
And we were hauling crap in the truck, and she was there with me all day, and I would take it out on her, and she just loves me to death. I was not able to have kids, so I don't know the love for the mothers that have kids, but she is the epitome of that because I have put her through it, and she continues to love me and support me. And the intern is just a term of endearment for her.
Of course.
And everyone that meets Sue just knows it. She's good people.
Yeah. I can't wait to meet her someday.
Yeah.
I had the pleasure of meeting your sister, who she is a cute and such a fun soul.
Yeah.
And I disagree, though. You're equally cute and fun, so be kind to yourself.
Well, I am. She's got a free spirit, which I envy. But I'm embracing my free spirit.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, I am.
Stepping
With
out of your
help.
comfort zone.
That's right. I'm getting out of my box.
That's right.
That's right.
And drawing others in, which is so important that we know that we are also in connection. It is not an easy thing to be an entrepreneur. You wake up and you are the sole person who thinks Urbane Collective first thing in the morning, the last one who thinks Urbane Collective at night. And too few people understand all of the goings-ons that has to occur in order to keep the wheel spinning. So thank you.
We'll keep the lights on even.
That too.
I mean, I'm just trying to keep the lights on this time. But it is. Being a business owner can be lonely. But you equate that to a lot of things in life. A lot of stuff people go through, they feel alone. You're not. Again, that's why Urbane is a sense of community to come to these events, to come to the evenings with an expert, to come learn different methods of healing, because you're not alone. No. People are always going through something.
And we're all questioning, aren't we?
Absolutely. If you're not, then you're crazy.
Or you're just not alive.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, seriously, I read a quote. It said something like, be comfortable in doubt or something. And I try to stay with that because it's like, yeah, you should question things.
Absolutely.
You shouldn't just say yes and no and be a robot and order from Amazon and live in your box.
And having a soft... No, it's relevant. It really is relevant. And I have to admit, I got caught up in the conveniences that COVID offered. Yeah. The convenience of not seeing like the majority of the folks that I was having to see on the daily.
Sure.
And then the convenience of, I don't have to go to the store. I can order that online and they'll deliver it to me. And after a while, you start to just feel a little stir crazy. And then what I want folks to understand is that staying in your comfort zone and in these habits and these patterns, you're not doing yourself any favors because you're not fully embracing what could be for yourself. And I'm not talking the big stuff. Yeah. I'm talking a spot to land in and just have a conversation. One thing that I would selfishly love to see Urbane do, maybe in Valentine's Day, is not speed dating, but speed friendship.
Ooh, Ravyn, we're doing it. It's on the calendar. Yes. I love that.
Sit down, 2 minutes, go. Yes. Let's see if we connect.
I love that.
Because finding new friends is so rough and exhausting, yes. Especially in your 40s. And I've had...
Why are you calling us out? Why are you calling us out?
I'm only calling this one out. I'm an 83 baby. I have zero shame. I am so glad that I was born in the 80s. There was not social media in high school.
Oh, I know. Oh, I just did a post about it, how millennials are like wanting to return back to those days of no social media, landlines. A landline. Who knows what that is?
Oh my gosh. Do you remember that video of the guy? This was, I think, during COVID, but there was a girl who was like, what if, like, there was a phone that, like, just stays at the house. Yeah. Like, it doesn't leave. Yeah. And then, like, nobody can take it. It's, like, attached to the wall. And then it zooms into the sky. He's like, come here. that exists.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's
And you didn't know
anyway,
who was calling?
that part.
Yeah. And it was like you had to memorize numbers?
I still remember.
599-8296.
9374866, the donut shop my mom worked.
Ooh, I love a good donut. You love donuts, where you at?
No. But yeah, I think what we're seeing in the youth, which is encouraging, is that connection which analog does afford. A connection back to nature, connection to others, but most importantly, and what we're, I think, really talking about is connection with self.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I
so
agree.
thank you for having a space that we can go and cultivate these things for ourselves. It's
Well, look good while you're doing it, too.
yeah, exactly. I mean, have an attitude about it. I love it.
The thing about is you can't tell today because I'm dressed for a funeral.
Oh.
But how you dress is a reflection of your personality. And the thing about our personalities is we all have one.
We do.
Some are more boring than others, I won't say. They just got to get out of their box. But it's in there. So dress for your personality. And
Yeah.
I'm not a big trend person. I'm not a big TikTok latest fashion. I say nay to all that. Number one, dress for your body.
Yes.
And that's another event we're having. We're having style experts come in that will teach you how to dress for your body. If you're pear-shaped, if you're built like a athletic man like me, or short and petite, whatever your body type. Dress for your body. Dress for comfort, I want to say loosely, because we don't want to always wear leggings and hoodies. As hypocritical as I sound today. But be comfortable in what you're wearing, but also make a statement with it. It's your freaking personality. There's color. There's so many ways you can do that. It doesn't always have to be just clothing. It's your jewelry. It's how you do your hair, makeup, all those things. An evening with an expert, we are going to be having makeup artists that come for free, show you how to do a natural look or how to do a dramatic, heavy look. When I have a date, I can apply this. Single, ready, mingle. So, again, getting dressed and the boutique, it's not all just, like you said, impulsive dopamine hit shopping. It's intentional. You're dressing for your personality, and you're dressing to feel better, too.
And you're giving people permission, which is interesting that as an adult, so many of us, and myself included at certain times, right? We crave that permission to step into the more authentic versions of ourselves.
Yeah.
But wear the hat.
Heck yeah.
Wear the dress on
Heck
a
yeah.
Tuesday. Wear the boots. And I really do appreciate women who, and men, sincerely, that step out of their comfort zone and they wear the jewelry and they wear the things that you just wouldn't typically see. And it comes down to, you're the only person who's going to be able to give yourself that permission. So step into it, and if you need a little help, you now know where you can go to get a little help with not only giving yourself permission, but maybe even picking out pieces. Do you help people with that?
I do. I am never pushy. When you come in, I never am like, oh, do this, do this, do this. But I will suggest, and I can catch on to people's personality. Again, thanks, Grandma Scott, for that trait and talent. But yeah, I try to help with your body shape. Growing up, I shopped in the little boys section. Instead of the juniors, I shopped in the men's section because I was so tall and lanky. I couldn't fit into anything. Yeah. So I feel like I've had to develop the skill of how to dress my body. And I can look at women and gauge how to dress their body and what looks good on them. I'm not an expert by any means, but I do offer that. And here's the other thing. Women are so in their heads about how they look. Why do they need, what's the word I'm looking for? Validation. They need the validation that it looks okay. I meet so many women that come in and are so hesitant to try on that dress or try on something new because they're scared of how it looks. And then honestly, own it. Own what you got. Work with what you're working with, and I will validate you and I will tell you the truth. I'll be like, girl, your butt cheeks are hanging out. You can wear that to this weekend's concert, but maybe not to your son's play. You know, I'm going to tell you the truth on all the things.
Yeah.
But again, it comes down to find that inner confidence in your inner self.
I agree. And for my
permission.
Postpartum girlies, like jackets like these and little pieces that you can add. I think the worst thing that has ever happened to my psyche was postpartum clothes shopping.
Yeah.
because there's just nothing that makes sense to your point about body shape.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh. But there's something to be said about I'll go buy a scarf or I'll buy a jacket that maybe I wouldn't because I wouldn't justify for myself. But step into your confidence in whatever way that is and whatever helps you feel good. You don't need permission or validation from someone else.
But you can come to Urbane and I'll give it to you.
That's right.
All day long.
That's right. Molly, thank you so much for all of your time today, for the space that you hold for the community, literally and figuratively. And I'm just so excited to continue collaborating with you.
Thank you. I'm excited to see where this goes to.
Thank you, Molly. Folks, we will hang Urbane Collective's website below and most importantly, their address. Go check them out. Take some time for yourself, grab a friend, and go say hi to Molly. And until next time, Molly, because there will be a next time.
Yes.
Take care, and I look forward to seeing you real soon.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye.